Welcome into the Fan Speak Network. I am your host, Justin Bruni. Joining me, as always, is my co-host and partner, Mr. Andrew, the TD King, Raub. Happy Wednesday, sir. Happy Hump Day, sir. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. Black Wednesday. Where do you call it in your local tavern when everybody gathers up?
Nothing really. I guess a nightmare.
Oh, nightmare. Oh, okay. So that's you're out on that.
Yeah, I'm not much of a go see all the people from high school kind of ordeal when they all come back into town. Didn't care about them then. Do not care about them now. All I care about is winning money and Underdog. That's pretty much it. Faith, family, fucking Underdog, baby.
Fair enough. When there was like $1 Busch Lights, I think it was worth it. But that went out the window a while ago. So I was able to get down back in the day. But yeah, I'm about right on par with you right there. 2024.
Yeah, no, I don't need to. I don't need to go see them. I see enough of them on Facebook and just laugh at their terrible lives now, as they thought they were all cool shit in high school. So
just raw dogging them on the book. I see. Okay, all right.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's the only reason I keep it, just to keep tabs on everyone in their terrible life.
Losers. Okay, guess who's not bringing the upside down cake to the 20-year reunion? Not Andrew. Okay, very good.
No, not unless I win, BBM5 and rolling up in like a fucking sweet ass car and can, pretty much just like drop $100 bills and
up on a jet ski.
Yeah, pretty much like flying with a helicopter, something cool like that where, people are like, oh, what happened? I'll be like, shh, like you're speaking to the adults. Quiet.
Well done. Let's get going here for some Week 13 Battle Royale preview. We are going to also throw up some best bets for Thanksgiving and Black Friday. We've got a handful, 3 games tomorrow, 1 game on Black Friday. Should be a lot of fun. Leading us into the weekend, some college football Saturday, NFL Sunday. Going to be good stuff. Always nice when they love to tailor football around the days off. Whether you celebrate the holidays or you don't, you get the days off. Love it. Free day to eat, catch some football, be a degenerate. Love it.
Yes, sir. All right. So Battle Royale Week 13 main slate. Obviously, just this is beautiful over here. Seeing all these slates that you could go into and draft for Underdog. It is nice. Definitely like it. But today for Battle Royale, we are heading on over to the main slate. First 6 picks. So first round. Barkley, Mixon, Collins, Chase, Henry, and A.J. Brown. Of those, who are you looking to be a little overweight on this week?
I still like Jamar Chase. I know the matchup is not in his favor, but just the way that offense has been flowing in their game script, they're either from behind or they're trying to set the pace. And you look at those targets, the 13, 17, 11, the receptions. I mean, T. Higgins is back, but he's not putting up these type of numbers. And I really like that connection again this week. I know the numbers and the matchup would suggest otherwise, but maybe you get a little bit more unique with a Chase and Burrow stack. I mean, everybody's going to be going after Jamar here, but, is everybody going to draft, Burrow, with the tough matchup up against the Steelers secondary? Do they believe like Chase Brown could be in that mix? Because I like all of them, really. I like Burrow, Brown, Jamar Chase this week. I don't know about going after, Mike Gesicki. I think T. Higgins is a good scroll down, no different than, Jameson Williams for tomorrow. I know he's kind of up there, right, though? There's only like 3 games.
I mean, he's like middle of the pack. So, I mean, he's generally going probably anywhere from the 3rd to the 5th round, depending on if he drops or not.
Right. Typically a scroll down in a Sunday slate. But that type of player where you're like, hey, good offense, but they're farther down the board. I still think that that offense can be relevant up against the Steelers. The matchups and the rankings and the production against the Steelers defense would suggest otherwise, but still a divisional matchup. Joe Burrow's just been throwing the piss out of the ball. I really like that offense this week.
I mean, if I'm picking a guy up here, I really like Nico Collins this week. The Jag secondary is not good. They have been burned multiple times. I think Amon-Ra had a very nice game against the Jag. So for me, it's going to be Nico. I mean, obviously you can't really go wrong, Barkley, Mixon, but definitely like Nico a whole lot in this first round.
I think Henry in that conversation as well. I think that Mixon, I did a draft or 2 yesterday, and he opened up as the favorite. He was actually number 1, so he's now reverted to number 2 behind Barkley. But when I look at Barkley, Mixon, and Henry, I see a lot of faith to at least score one touchdown. I look at Mixon, and the faith for two is a little bit more reliable up against a soft and weak Jags rushing defense. So I think that's why he started out up top, but then less, or more casuals, I should say, started drafting maybe today and pushed Barkley up, just because the production has been absolutely insane. And I did do another draft where I took Henry and Lamar at the 5-6 as well. So that I like to go after those two and pair them up. Philly, I think they can put up numbers on. Like I don't think there's any reason to be afraid of the Philadelphia defense when we're talking about the Ravens.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't really either. I mean, the Eagles defense has been very good, but I think that they're still susceptible to being gouged, on the ground, and obviously that's where Derrick Henry is going to slot in for them. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would necessarily want to go after like Flowers this week personally, but Henry definitely.
You still like the QB RB stack there?
I mean, I guess it's always like, if you're going to be doing a few drafts, like why not try to grab it? But I mean, I think I just prefer to just grab Henry and be done with it.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think I did Pollard with Henry in that one. So Lamar, Pollard, Henry, and then receivers were Kupp and Evans with tight end is escaping me. I'll tell you in a minute.
While you're looking at that, I do like AJ Brown though a lot as well. I mean, Baltimore secondary, very not good.
Zach Ertz, your boy. That's who I threw in there. Not a great matchup up against Tennessee, but he's been pretty solid. Like if you look at the numbers and his target share, it's been solid.
Any other players up top here in the first round that you want to hit on?
I think Puka's a great grab. I like Puka or Cooper Kupp this week. You have a good matchup here, and it's on both sides of the ball. You're looking at like the 7th and 8th most fantasy points allowed from opposing defenses, the Rams and the Saints there. So it's a good matchup for passing opportunities. I think you're solid with Puka at his ADP and Cooper Kupp at his ADP as well. And in each draft I've done, I believe I have at least one of them. Kupp, and Puka. So in each one, I've grabbed at least one of those guys. I think there's going to be some points in that game.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you too. I mean, I like Puka a whole lot. I'd rather obviously take Puka over Kupp just because he's clearly, now the number one there for them. Is getting a majority of the targets. Definitely, the first read option for Stafford. So definitely would take Puka over Kupp.
I mean, are we just in agreement that like we're just staying away from Justin Jefferson until he gives us a reason, or because he's pretty far down the board here, and I get it, like the production hasn't been there, but I mean he can break it off any week. I mean,
yeah,
that production is still surprising to me against the Bears. Like Jalen Johnson, tough matchup, but still, like I thought for sure to at least get a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still fine with Jefferson. Obviously, like you said, he can break one off at any point. I mean, I would love to see more double-digit target games for him over the last 3 weeks. Has not been that case, but I mean, he also hasn't had a touchdown. Like this dude is due for a big game, and Arizona secondary, okay, but not great by any means. So, this could be the week that you have a tremendous Jefferson game. So I'm definitely not fading him.
Yeah, and I don't hate taking Jalen Hurts here either. Again, I think there's going to be points in that game. I just think that the Ravens can still, get ahead by a fair amount. But we look at the Ravens secondary, and we know that there's big issues back there. On top of that, you look at the penalties that they've been taking, just overwhelmingly putting them in bad position. So keeping the opponent on the field, longer drives, more potential and higher percentage for scoring drives, whether it be field goal or touchdown. They've been really hurting themselves, and I think that we could really look hard at the Eagles overall as well. Other than Barkley, some pretty easy ADP, pretty light, I would feel.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that at all. All right, let's scroll down just a little bit more. I want to ask you, Kamara. We just saw Barkley absolutely destroy the Rams Do we feel that Kamara could have some sort of game like that? Obviously, not what Barkley just did, but is he a serviceable option this week?
Very tough, Andrew. And I'll tell you why. Go click the tight end button and the tight end button only. Number 2, the number 2 tight end, Taysom Hill. I think it's tough to trust right now, any of those guys. I think if you're doing some volume, you're sprinkling them in, right? I mean, it's a good matchup. Like you said, we saw what Barkley did last week. They can only improve so much, but it's tough to imagine where, you see a huge day for either one and not the other. And I'm feeling it's going to be a little bit more split up this week. You don't see another 30-point Taysom Hill week, but maybe he gets 14, but maybe that also middles Kamara to, maybe 12 or 15 points, which is serviceable if you're getting the higher end of that, but it's not giving you, that like 2 running backs blocking out 50 points for you. It's not getting you that.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. I just don't think that we're gonna. I mean, are we really gonna get another like Taysom Hill game like that? Like, I mean,
they're saying they're going to continue to use them, and I'm not saying we won't get that. What I'm saying is he could also have that range of like 12 to 15 fantasy points. Brother, he's passing, running, catching. I mean, obviously he's not getting points for his tackles and whatnot on special teams, but it's ridiculous. They use him in all sorts of fashions. He could throw, run, and catch a touchdown in a single game. For a team that is not playing for anything, they might just be losers enough to just do that, just for the fun of it. And their defense is bad. So it does lend for more scoring opportunities and for the offense to get back on the field with some frequency. But again, it's tough for me to like trust when they also don't have like a significant downfield threat. Like, are you going to draft up some MVS this week? Are you going to like, that's a real scroll down right there. And someone who has production in the last 2 weeks to back it up. But are you going to do it?
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Like, no, I'm not going to, obviously. I mean,
it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a very weird offense right now. You don't have a true wide receiver one. The guys that you kind of thought were going to step into that role aren't. And then you have the tight ends. You have Juwan Johnson still there. Taysom Hill playing whatever position he's asked. And Kamara, yeah, he could have a really good day. But it's tough for me to believe that they're going to be like, all right, yeah, we're going to have a Kamara 4 touchdown day and just keep telling him what we're going to do when we're the Saints and we got to be weird. And Taysom Hill, is going to, pass one to Derek Carr for a touch. Like, that's what they're doing right now. They're just random ass shit because I don't know what they're lost. I think that they're just lost. They don't know where they're going. They don't know who they are. Just throw up some random plays. Just wildcat the shit out of this, like it's a video game. It's getting a little out of hand. I love it. It's fun. I like the Taysom Hill part of it. Go football. Big football guy. Love that stuff. But,
go football.
But for fantasy, it's terrible.
Yeah. Not great. Not great for Kamara.
Underdog needs to bring Taysom Hill back as a tight end. And BB.
Okay.
They need to do it. Come on. You just have to actually draft him with priority. You just can't draft him in the last round. You'll actually have to draft him, in the middle of the field, probably like 8 through 11, tight end 8 through 11.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm on board with that. I don't want everyone to be having fucking random Taysom Hill ass bullshit weeks. If you want to take the shot as a QB.
I did. I think I have one advancing.
Oh, well, that would be fun.
I'm pulling it up right now.
Yeah, so obviously, the next set of guys up there, obviously we've talked about Puka, but Puka, Kamara, Jefferson, Hurts, Jackson, Kupp. We've kind of hit on a lot of these guys. Between Hurts and Jackson, because this is, I believe, the highest point total on the slate at 50.5. Yes, it does look like it. So of those two quarterbacks, who would you rather have, Hurts or Jackson?
I think you got to get both, but if I'm going one over the other, I'm still going Lamar.
Okay.
He gets more yardage with his running. He breaks off longer runs. Hurts can get the looks in the red zone, but so can Saquon. I mean, it can be a week where Hurts does throw one and rush for one, and that's it. That's not enough. If Lamar does that, he still typically has good passing yards. And he typically has really good rushing yard totals still. Like, he takes off, like I said, like bigger runs, and they give him designed runs that go for longer distances than Jalen Hurts is just kind of like, scramble, extend the play, maybe extend the down, keep him on the field, something like that. But nothing crazy. You're not seeing Jalen Hurts break off like 40-yard runs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think I still rather take Hurts. I mean, Baltimore secondary is the secondary that we always target. And obviously we've seen him have a lot more rushing touchdowns than we
Yeah,
have Lamar. So I
he
think
gets
I'd
him
take
at
the
the
Hurts
one.
side.
He gets him at the one. It's a fair argument, but I also think they could just keep feeding Barkley at the one. Like he's just been imploding, and why not? Or they have somebody else. They reverse the. Man, why won't they let Barkley do the play? Let him be Hurts. Let him just push it in.
I mean, when you got something that works like the tush push, I mean, why stop doing
Why don't we let me push one in with this one time? Why don't we slingshot me in there one time?
it? Yeah, but if you do that, then I can't win.
Then I can't.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
That's right. That's right. Again,
Um,
I like Jackson. I don't know what the passing splits are for Hurts. I know Lamar's like 27-3 for passing versus interceptions, and then I don't know how many rushing he has, but he's over 30 total.
yeah. I mean, I Hurts has to be pretty close to that as well.
I'm trying to pull it up. Why am
Um,
Here we go. Who else? Who you like after that? I mean, those running backs are really solid there. Kyron, Bijan. I took Trey McBride, I think, in 2 out of 3 so far. I know, I'm sick, and it's terrible because it's not different at all. But the third one, I got Zach Ertz. I think that's fair. It's a big drop off from the first to someone who might not get drafted.
Yeah, Kyron starts us off for round 3, so it's Kyron, Bijan, Trey McBride, Evans, Taysom, and Bucky Irving. So, of these guys I want to be targeting in this range, definitely Kyron, Trey McBride, Mike Evans. Those are probably the guys I like the most there. Bucky Irving, very interesting, but
Yes,
him and Rashad White, like they just kind of ping pong
you
each
got to
other a
get
little
one.
bit.
You got to get one. It's right now. It's no different than Detroit. Like those guys are being used in a very similar fashion, and they get the Panthers. The Panthers are dog poo against the run. It's a great matchup this week. I have also Irving and White in 2 out of 3. Either one and 2 out of the 3 that I've done so far.
I mean, so wouldn't you have thought that Hunt would have had a really great game last week though, and he didn't? I mean, they just kind of
That was
passed all over him.
they were doing that for Mahomes. That was an inside job. We talked about that.
I mean, yeah, I just think that like, don't you think that they want to get Evans back to his? I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like we just saw.
I like Evans too. Like I like the Buccaneers period this week because it's a division game, because Baker is just absolutely on fire. I did a draft with Baker unconnected to anybody, just Baker alone. I like them a lot this week. I think Baker could throw for 3 or 4, but I've also gotten Mike Evans. I've gotten Irving and White because both of them are just red zone threats. Irving can take one up the middle. White can catch one. We've seen them both do it. So I have a lot of trust in the offense in total. Get your K. Dotton this week. Go get you some. I don't know if you're willing to dig deeper than that, but this is a really good matchup, and I think we continue to target it. We saw Mahomes, who's been having a mediocre year, throw for 3 passing touchdowns. Baker's had some bigger weeks than that. It might be one of those weeks this week for Baker. I like him a lot.
Yeah, I think I want to go to that side of it. I mean, we just saw Tampa Bay, use the running backs a ton against the Giants.
Yeah, that's
we
fair.
see it again. Maybe, sure. I don't know. I kind of want to just
go pull up Baker, what he did last week. Didn't he have like 18 on Underdog and half? Because he didn't throw for any touchdowns.
Baker had 18. Yeah, no touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, obviously, and then 294 yards.
What a fumble. So realistically, he would have had like 20 fantasy points without even throwing a touchdown. Sure, yeah, you get 1, whatever, but still, like that's amazing. So even if he gets 2 this week, those running backs could still have a good day. He could get 2 and 1, whatever. Again, I think they blow this one up, and the Panthers are just so freaking bad against the run. That's just all they've been doing. It's dog poo on the ground.
Yeah. I mean, fire up Trey McBride once again. 4, 5, and 15 targets. Now, I don't think we're going to see another 15 target game, but if that comes back down closer to like 8, I still feel really good about that.
8 with a touchdown, 8 with 3 red zone targets. Oh my gosh, we need it, brother. We need it. I mean, the books should be laying big juice at this point. Like they've been taking so much money on Trey McBride TD props all year long. they deserve to give a little bit more juice back. It's not,
Yeah,
it's just not right.
Fire up McBride again, once again, especially in a matchup that the probably not going to have a ton of James Conner this week. I don't think that it's a very good matchup for him against the Vikings. So definitely attacking Minnesota through the air is a little bit more of a juicy matchup for them. So definitely like McBride this week.
You said Trey or not Trey Benson, but James Conner is hurt.
No. He's not hurt, but it's not a great matchup for him against the Vikings.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because I got some Trey Benson in best ball.
You
almost had me excited there. I was like, oh,
no,
bringing it home. All right, Andrew.
Nope. Sorry.
I did draft Breece Hall, and now he's hurt. I drafted him yesterday. News drops today. Not happy about that. If you're in my situation, would you just try to swap him for just Braylon if he's out? Would you trust him in that matchup? Because I felt like it was a good matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it really would depend on who's left at that point. But yeah, I mean, I like Braylon Allen if Hall's out.
Well, if everything falls apart, you like Breece Hall. Look what he's doing. Well, look what he did when there was no quarterback there. He was the RB1. You know, I mean, what would not be to like if the offense just completely falls apart? If somehow Rodgers did get sat down for Tyrod, they say they aren't, but you know, little tweak, little Tommy DeVito, you know, a little broken clip, little broken wing. You know what I mean? Just I got to sit down. You know, it's about the long game.
Sad.
Oh, it's about the long game. Coward, Tommy DeVito, unreal.
All right, going into round 4, Bucky Irving, T. Higgins, Breece Hall, obviously questionable there. Joe Burrow, Pickens, and Jaden Daniels. So let's start off with the QBs here real quick. Burrow or Daniels?
I really like Burrow. Like I said, I don't think there's a defense yet that you can really dislike Jaden Daniels. He extends the plays. The play calling has been pretty solid. I know you're not into Cliff, but I think you can give him enough flowers that, you know, the scheme has been good enough to keep them in games, to bring them back in games. I feel like he gets to play with a little bit of freedom, like the decision making. I feel like things are kind of set up for him to either, you know, make an easy throw, and if it's not there, he gets the easy call to run, or he just has a really, you know, like no leash, right? Like, hey, you know, free run, take the free run. We don't need you to do anything dangerous down the field. So
he did finally break this little non-running skid last week with 74 rushing yards, and obviously a touchdown. So if they can let him keep doing that, yeah, I mean, he'll obviously still be a good
Dallas has not been very good against the run recently. Just like, I mean, I know Parsons was back, so I take that with somewhat of a grain of salt, but still, I like him here. I think you got to get him. But to be perfectly honest, I kind of like scrolling to Baker ahead of Jaden. I'd probably move him behind Baker.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that, especially with a much softer matchup for Baker as opposed to Daniels. You know, Tennessee's defense is serviceable.
I think that is fair to Burrow as well, because Burrow does have the tougher matchup, but I still have faith in that offense. I just really believe in the Bengals. The way that they're playing, it's just, you know, hey, we're going to do whatever we can to score a lot of points because we know our defense isn't going to be it. We know what we have, and we're going out swinging.
Yeah, obviously, you know, you already mentioned it, but I like Higgins. Chase has the tougher matchup against Pittsburgh than Higgins will, so I definitely like Higgins. Plus, as we mentioned all the time, and especially on DJ and Dads when we're betting on him, he gets red zone looks a lot.
Yep.
So that's obviously what we want to see here, on Underdog. So definitely like that. Pickens, you back in on him? Yeah.
No, I mean, he had a tougher matchup last week. You know, obviously the weather, a huge factor. I think you look at the production from 2 weeks prior, you're pretty satisfied with yourself, right? The targets have been there. The yardage has been there. I think we can easily get a touchdown this week. And similar to Higgins, you're getting the red zone targets. You're getting that priority in the scoring zone, in the scoring territory. And he's also somewhat on an island. You know, there's really not a lot of competition there. Freiermuth, I would have loved to have had a bigger presence in this offense with the departure of Deontay Johnson this season, but just hasn't been there. They've really just been middling it around with, you know, the randoms, right? Like Darnell Washington random play, Calvin Austin, Van Jefferson. Oh, hey, 3 catches for Pat Fryermuth, couple catches for Warren. Like it's really just spread out. So I still like Pickens a lot. He's been a dog this year, someone that has also helped me a little bit in some redraft opportunities. So yeah, I like him in this matchup. Chase Brown, same game right below him, like I mentioned. Like I like for some offense this week out of the Steelers and the Bengals. I think we get some scoring.
Yeah, 47.5, one of the higher totals on the slate as well. So yeah, I mean
Mm-hmm.
that's obviously a good call there. Um, So scrolling down a little bit here, obviously Chase Brown gets us into the 5th round here. Brown, Hawkinson, McLaurin, JSN, Drake London. Here, I mean, obviously Terry has not got a lot of targets. He's been hyper efficient with the targets that he has gotten. I'm
Mm-hmm.
hoping that with everyone kind of making fun of Cliff Kingsbury again, this is what happened last time. They were making fun of him, how his offense is so vanilla. He's running it so short. He's passing it to everybody but Terry. And then next thing you know, he fucking turned it around and they were lights out awesome. I feel the trend coming again for Washington, and it's been mid, it's been vanilla. I think Terry can have himself a really nice game against Tennessee, just because of everyone's making fun of Cliff. Cliff's like one of those guys that like when he gets back in a corner, he starts to fight again. He's been out front. Now everyone's pushing him back towards the locker. They're about to they're about to stuff him in the locker, and he's going to fight back out now. So I think Terry's a pretty nice call this week. Also, JSN against the Jets. Obviously Jets not very good, and DK questionable right now. Probably going to play, but has the tougher matchup of the two. JSN has been very good as of recent, getting a healthy target share. So JSN is somebody I will be targeting. You like JSN?
Yeah, JSN and Terry, quick callbacks to those. So Terry is, I believe, in the top 5 for total receiving yards for receivers this year. JSN, I believe, is 7 or 8, so he's also in the top 10. So really good call outs. Terry, like you said, not a ton of volume, but when he's lighting up, it is downfield. It is in the end zone. I just don't know if I love him for a multi-touchdown week. I do like Drake London right there, like Drake London, Lad McConkey, I think are also really interesting. I think that's a game that not a lot of people are looking at because you're seeing the Chargers coming off of a tough loss. I think they are going on the road for that one. Yeah, it's Atlanta at home. So staying on the road, maybe a little bit less belief there. J.K. Dobbins is hurt. Maybe people are believing the offense isn't going to run as efficiently. I'm still wheels up for Lad. I like Drake London a lot too. So I would probably prioritize, like for receivers right here, I would go JSN, Lad, Drake, Terry. And that's purely based on volume. And the matchup also isn't amazing for Terry. I could see them it could be 2 touchdown Jeremy McNichols.
Yeah, I was going to say that's another, I think, arrow pointing up for Terry a little bit here is that B-Rob, not 100%, probably going to play though. Eckler, obviously not playing. I mean, I really doubt that he's playing. He got fucking knocked out last week. So fire up Jeremy McNichols. But I just think that Washington's just
woke up.
I think Washington's going to pass the ball. Just my thoughts, and obviously following the team pretty closely. I feel like it's about to be we're going to really just pass the ball and see if we just can't take it to the Titans through the air. But I mean, for me, you just rank them. For me personally, I'd probably go JSN, Terry, London, Lad. I don't know. That's just my personal thought on that.
Yeah, I mean, with Dobbins out, we could make the same argument for Lad McConkey too. I mean, I know that
Gus
that's true, but he's not the same. He's not the same type of runner as JK. Like JK can set you up a little bit better, I think, in play action because he is a threat to catch the ball. Whereas that if there is play action, like the RB is just a dummy. He's a dummy blocker essentially. So I think there is a little bit more readability to that. But at the same time, Lad, I like more because of that situation, kind of like what you had just laid out there for Terry. But I think you also look at Gus Edwards as a potential scroll down. I don't think Atlanta's amazing. They're not the best up against the run. They're not the worst. They're kind of just up at the middle. And the Chargers love to run the piss out of the ball. And Gus is back. He's healthy. He looked better in this last game. If Dobbins is going to miss some time, they're going to want to get him, vamped up regardless. I'm not daring anyone to go after Kamani Vidal this week, but he gets promoted. He's going to play behind Gus. We've seen the splits. He's going to catch some passes, I have to believe, a few. But when they get down to the red zone, I got to imagine it's time to get on the bus, on the Gus bus, and get in there. Huge for best ball. Oh my God.
Yeah, I saw you also sniped him in my league as well. I went and looked. I'm like, oh, this bastard.
Did you see when I got him?
This morning?
No,
Or
it was
morning, whatever.
No, it was before his game. It was before the game, I believe.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought you just recently picked him up.
Maybe I did. Maybe that was there's 18 of them floating around, so it could have been another one.
I want to ask you about Hawkinson. We just saw him have himself a very nice game, 114 yards on 7 receptions, 9 targets. Do we see him fall back to this like middling range? I mean, 72 yards 3 weeks ago against Jacksonville was very good, but do you think he gets 50 this week? Or are we seeing him closer to 50 or closer to 80?
I mean, if Justin Jefferson is continuing to play like he is, then yes, he's going to be in that range for sure, easily. Getting the targets, the wide receiver one is obviously just not connecting with the quarterback. I feel like that's the biggest issue. Like Darnold is, playing a little scared. You can't be afraid to throw it to your one and let him make a play. And you have the one of all ones in Justin Jefferson. It's no different than me also kind of like you had mentioned, like Chase would have a tougher matchup. But yeah, it's Joey Porter Jr. versus Jamar Chase. Like Jamar Chase is top 3 at his position, guaranteed. I don't know about the young Joey Porter Jr. just yet. On his way. But I think someone's going to get brought to school. It's not going to be Jamar Chase. But to this game, I don't know. It could be a little bit more up in the air, I guess. But what do you think?
For which game?
The one that we were just talking about before. I had mentioned.
The Hawkinson game. Yeah, I mean, I think Hawkinson's a serviceable tight end. I don't really think I want to be overweight on him by any means, just because I do think, again, Justin Jefferson has to explode one of these games. Could be this one. So I'll draft him maybe a little bit, but I'm not really going to have that much of Hawkinson, only because, I mean, he's 9 targets and then 3 targets. 9 targets,
it's not there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to fall into the Hawkinson trap just yet. I'll definitely be on the Justin Jefferson side of that. So going into our last round here, we got Baker, Jonathan Taylor, Ladd McConkey, Cade Otton, Chuba, Dallas Goedert, Flowers, Ken Walker, bunch of, I mean, honestly, this week, since there is no buys, we have a very nice bunch of scroll down options. Marv Harrison, Ridley, there's some good guys down here. But going back to the Jonathan Taylor, Ladd McConkey side here, anybody down here that you're I want to grab some of those for sure?
Chuba, I don't know about Kenneth Walker, but I do like Tony Pollard as a scroll down. Calvin Ridley randomly came up on the questionable report. But out of this group, it would be Cade, Chuba. We already talked about Ladd, and then maybe Zay Flowers. I mean, he's still their guy, but not as much confidence.
Yeah, I mean, Zay, again, okay option, but I don't really want to have too much of him either. Against Philadelphia, I do, would rather just take the Henry and be done with it, like I said before. I do like the Herbert call out, though. You had said about Ladd. Obviously they're missing JK now, so I think Herbert's a good option for us, obviously going off as QB6 right now. And who else down here did I like? Tank Dell again. I like Nico. Tank Dell could have himself I think one of these wide receivers is going to have a very nice game. I don't want to solely put all my chips on Nico, so I am definitely going to be getting some Dell this week as well. He could have a pretty nice game against a terrible Jacksonville secondary and Marvin Harrison. I know I mentioned him before, but Marvin Harrison, continuing to be middling. But again, we've seen him have a nice blow up game. I think that they are going to probably be competitive in this game pretty much the entire game. I don't think that we're going to see a blowout in this one by any means. So that makes me think that they're going to obviously be getting McBride and Harrison involved. I do like Harrison, not as much as McBride, but I do like him. We've seen him have 2 touchdown games. That is definitely in the realm of possibility for him this week. Any love for Anthony Richardson this week?
Good matchup, but just going to stay away. Same thing. The inconsistency is just there. Like Devontae Adams in that range. Jordan Addison's interesting. Tony Pollard, I like. I've drafted him. Kyle Pitts, nice scroll down tight end. You had mentioned not liking James Conner. I
Don't
can
love him. Nope.
Yeah, I can get behind that. Najee Harris is interesting. He just hasn't blown up. No one's really blowing up in the offense overall. Still like Pickens, but he's just the big play guy. Rashad White, like I said, another scroll down I really like. Gus Edwards down here, same thing. Not clicking. Quentin Johnston.
You're
MVS.
not going to take Quentin Johnston? Come on. You know what's going to happen. They're going to go right back to him, and this week he's actually going to catch the ball.
That's your boy. Get him. Get him.
Just trying to see if anybody else down here we like at all. I mean, Braylon, if Hall gets rolled out, very, very nice long scroll down option here for everybody.
I don't know. I think he's going to wind up playing limited. I think they still just have a split. I don't know. Didn't sound that serious. I mean, I've seen a lot of players come up questionable this week. People are saying he's in danger. I haven't heard the danger part. Like, he just may sit out. Okay. All right. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, maybe. You're right. Like, it's, yeah. All right. Anybody else you want to talk about or any positions you want to hone in on?
No, let's get drafted.
All right. Let's do that. If everyone wants to join in with us again, lots of Thanksgiving Day slates. If anybody wants to go draft those, you can go check out Wiles and I's video from last night. We did break down the slate, talked about some of the things that have now happened, like Drew Lock probably going to play, Romeo Dobbs out, who to pivot to for there. So definitely go back and rewatch that video or watch it for the first time before you dive into any of these drafts or continue drafting any of them. But for now, we are heading over to the Battle Royale Week 13 streets. This week, a little lighter since we do have 3 games on Thanksgiving. 33,996 entrants, $5 tournament again. They did take it back from 7 to 5. And prize breakdown, 15 Gs up top, 7,500 for second. So a little lighter than normal, but not a problem. So, Bruni, let me hop in here and...
Yep, ready when you are.
Okay, getting in here now on the phone. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
2 more.
Mine is spinning.
2 more. 1 more. Starts.
Okay, I don't think I got in it. Nope.
Oh, really?
I was literally spinning. I have no idea why that happened.
Wow.
So can you bring it up?
Yeah, Mike Raub's in it.
Oh, nice. Oh, good. Bring it up here so that I can draft with you. That was odd. It never takes that long on the phone.
Okay, that works. Yeah, let's remove yours. All right.
Mike Raub hates inconsistency. He said, "How are you going to start at 3 this time, not 5?" Also, he said he wanted to know if we make our children root for our depressing franchises or if he has to call Child Protective Services because we're forcing them. Bruni's girl, obviously a little young to be choosing any kind of team side yet. But my oldest, my 5-year-old, is a Commanders fan. I am showing him the way to be depressed on Sundays. Mike Raub, it's not that I'm forcing him into it. I'm preparing him for a depressing potential life. Right. I'm teaching him life skills right now. Depression from a football team doesn't mean that you have to be depressed, Monday through Saturday, just on Sundays.
Mixon, Collins, Chase, Henry. I like Chase here. Unless you just want to go a little chalkier with Mixon.
Yeah, actually I do.
All right, Mixon. I don't have any yet, so that's fine.
Now all we need is Nico Collins to make it back to us.
Oh, okay. Let's see it. Yeah, I think we'll be looking at what is that?
Where's Mike Raub at? He's a 5 spot.
He is in the 5 spot. Yes.
For some reason I can't see that on my screen. Yeah, there we go.
See, up in 6, Collins, Henry, pretty chalky. Do you prefer one of these quarterbacks or going somewhere else?
I mean, I prefer to go somewhere else. Okay. I mean, there's 2 receivers here I really like. So if one of those guys fall, I would like to take one of those potentially.
Well, I love it. Puka fell. Jefferson just went. Kamara
Damn,
went.
that sucks.
Hey, maybe somehow these quarterbacks go right now. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. But yeah, I mean, I'm good with Cooper Kupp here too. Mike Evans. I'm good with either of those.
So you don't want to double up on running backs here?
Okay with Bijan and Kyron too. Those are good picks.
Okay.
I thought you said you had 2 receivers that you were looking at.
Yeah, that was Jefferson and Puka.
Oh yeah, that wasn't going to happen.
Well, you never know.
So we've got Kupp, Evans, and then we've got Bijan, Kyron.
Let's take Evans.
Let's take Evans. Okay, I'm good with that. And then maybe we get Baker. Baker's a bit off, not right now. So up in dose, you like I already did an Evans Kupp pairing, so I'd prefer probably not to do that.
I mean, I would one of the running backs and or Trey McBride.
Also done that. Let's do you want to do Bijan?
Yeah, I'm fine if he
Chargers defense is pretty solid though.
I mean, do you want to do Taysom Hill?
Fuck it. No, actually I don't.
No.
No, I don't.
He said fuck it.
You do Lamar. I mean, he's right there. 1 spot after ADP, 8 seconds.
Oh my god. Fine. I don't love it. I'll tell you that.
We'll get Rashad Bateman. We'll be fine.
I mean, maybe Andrews.
Oh, he'll be there. He'll be their last pick if you want him.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think like what's the best way to stack Jackson here in this matchup.
We can also get Zay just for cheap.
It's true. It's true.
So yeah, Zay, Rashad, or Andrews. Not Deontay Johnson.
No, definitely not Deontay Johnson. PSA to everybody: do not draft Deontay Johnson.
Running backs we have coming up like Chase Brown, Jonathan Taylor, Chuba, Walker, Aaron Jones. I don't think we need to go.
I wouldn't mind taking one of the wide receivers coming up, the Terry, JSN, London McConkey side there.
Yeah, I kind of like JSN there. You want to take him first?
Yeah, that's fine. We both like him.
JSN. Let's see what this guy does. It took Ken Walker. Interesting. That's a big drag. That's a big scroll down.
He said getting JJ and Chase should be a crime. You can both be happy I've drafted the winner on your stream. Mike Rob, listen, if you do win, I'll be nothing but happy for you. If you want to, I know Bruni and I don't have the tip thing on our Twitters, but we do have Venmo. So if you want to, it's fine. I'm not going to beg, but I will accept.
All right, we're up again. 1-1-2. We don't have a tie to the Ravens yet, so we still have Andrews available.
What wide receivers are there yet? Pickens, London, McConkey.
10 seconds. Yep. Zay.
Take your favorite out of those guys.
Well, I think we should take Zay with Lamar.
Okay. I mean, I was fine taking Andrews.
I think I like Zay more than Andrews.
If Andrews has 2 touchdowns, I'm gonna text you and say, "Motherfucker."
You can say more than that if you like. All right, so not ideal doing the one running back, but I think I like that. Evans, Smith, and Jigba, Zay. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, typically I do not do the 3 wide receivers either, but dare to be different a little bit.
Okay, so we don't need Andrews. We'll have, let's see, who's all taking a tight end. Mike Robb is taking a tight end. 6'3" is taking a tight end. So they leave us Goddard and down, let's say. So Goddard, Andrews, Ertz, Ingram, Disley, Henry. We go Disley maybe?
No, he's questionable.
Oh, is he? Damn. I was going to say that Dobbins.
I think it's a groin issue, I think.
That's tough. We're not going after that backup.
Did they just draft Otten?
Yeah, I told you those 2 would go. I said Cade and Hopkinson were going to come.
I was holding out on the pipe dream there a little bit.
Stop it. Be realistic.
Pipe dream.
All right. I've done Ertz already. I'm not opposed to Ertz. I mean, you look at the
What about
production.
Pitts?
8, 7, and 8 targets his last 3 games. Pitts, let's see, 3, 6, 3, 6, 1. I don't know.
All right. Just big play guy.
I mean, Evan Ingram, 7, 8, 10 on the targets.
You want to take is Dallas Goedert there?
He is.
I mean, if we want to have a bring back to that game,
he's doing nothing, brother. He's doing nothing. Oh, they took Dallas Goedert because we timed out talking.
I didn't realize we were right up against it.
Well, that one's winning nothing. That's all
hey,
right.
man, everything happens for a reason.
Sure it does. All right.
Okay.
Let's just draft a tight end earlier if we do that again together. So I have that problem.
All right, let me. I'm gonna try to sneak in here. So, are you ready?
Uno momento. Pull it up because there's a long list. Battle Royale. Okay, go ahead.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. One more to start. Draft starting soon.
That's us. Yeah, draft starting soon. All right, let's take a gander here. TD King and the Foe. TD King and the Foe.
Do you want me to pull it up or do you want to drive it?
I can pull it up because I already have it up. There we go.
Oh man, no Mike Raub. Shoot, good thing he drafted the winner on the last stream.
Yep.
Or on the last draft.
Precisely.
So 3 and 4 here. Okay. Who are you planning on taking here, Home Slice? And can you click go to draft, by the way? Thanks. Appreciate you.
Maybe Saquon, if he's there, that'd be great. At 3, probably not.
I'm gonna say probably not.
2 I'd like.
You're damn heel WWF refereeing with your fast 1, 2, 3 count. hey, we can't help when we get in and it's like one more to start. I know you're on a slight delay. Oh, beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful. Mucho gracias.
AJ Brown still got a very good matchup against that shitty ass secondary.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I just obviously, I said I like Nico.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if everyone here can let Jamar Chase fall back to me, don't be scared. Whoever this is, Snooty. What's his name? Snoozy with the doozy.
Snoozy with the
Lamar goes right there. Oh, okay, interesting. Now this guy's gonna take Chase, so that's neat for me.
Might happen. He's got Puka. He could take Henry. You never know.
I don't think he's taking Henry.
I'll take Henry if you take Jamar. It's all good.
Yep, I knew that was happening. Fuck me.
Yar.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, might as well. Maybe battle of the running backs, huh?
Yeah, I'm taking Jalen Hurts stack with AJ Brown. Probably pretty common this week. Probably pretty common. And then
just to remind everybody, if you already haven't, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Sign up for bestballoverlay.com. Use code FANSPEAK for $10 off per month. Let us know how you like it. Everyone should at least go try it. I mean, why not? If you're drafting every week, drafting some volume, it really helps you, make sure you're getting enough exposure to everybody and all that. Obviously weather shows the over under, shows the spread. So definitely get over to bestballoverlay.com. Sign up. Fanspeak. $10.
Do it.
You're welcome.
Do it. You're welcome. Do it.
Kyron, incoming.
I did Trey. I didn't want that 5th round nonsense again. Or 6th round nonsense, excuse me.
Also, we are at 411 subs. We need 89 more to give away our last cocktail playbook. So
smash the follow.
We did have a newcomer last night on the Wilds and I stream. He came in and said, just found out about Underdog, just found this stream. And I'm like, oh man,
sick.
Yeah. So He was new to Underdog and new to FanSpeak family. So welcome that guy. I did look at his Twitter. He's big into hockey, Bruni. So I don't see him in here right now. He said he was going to jump on, but I don't see him in here saying anything. But when he does, you should definitely be talking some hockey with that man.
Hokey pokey. Turn yourself about. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Which side of this do I want to take here? You know what? I'm gonna go down and grab Cade.
Can't decide. I'm gonna go. Man, tough. We're scrolling down. No one more reliable than Chuba right now.
You mean except for Saquon and Derrick Henry?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Don't you even?
Mike said, "Why aren't you two flaunting your BBM advance rates more? So many quiet people about theirs. Speak on it more. It's a good humble brag." Yeah, man. I'm not counting any chickens till they hatch. Obviously, we do put it out on Twitter every week, our updated advance rates. And yeah, a lot of the quote unquote sharps in the space, not looking so hot. FanSpeak Network, though, very good so far as a team. So it is nice. But again, I'll brag maybe a little bit more about it after week 14. But thank you for noticing
what Andrew said, so that I don't have to sit here and brag about, third and fourth place teams barely making it in.
I mean, you're currently advancing average, so
average is for losers, bruh. Got to have a winning mentality. So far, I've got Hurts, Chuba, AJ Brown, Lad McConkey, Trey McBreezy.
I'll take my boy Scary. That gives me two options at quarterback coming up here. So
I have a pretty good idea what I'm doing at running back. Probably Tony Pollard if he's there. I think he will be. That's a pretty different build, I think. Hurts, Pollard, Hubbard, Brown, McConkey. Even with McBride, pretty stale, pretty vanilla pick, but I like that.
I mean, I'm going to take Jaden just because he fell, but I was originally going to take Stroud, so I got to make sure I get a Stroud and Nico team here.
Oh, that's solid. Let's see if there's any receivers falling I might like. I don't think so. I mean, I think Garrett Wilson can have a really good week. Like Wilson, Harrison, Ridley are all really interesting. Adams is interesting in that range.
You're not taking a running back?
No, I'm just talking about those guys. I'm taking Tony Pollard if he's still there. Yeah, I'm taking Tony.
Hey, Tony. Like the things you do.
Oh, okay. There it is. I was like, what? Where are you going with that? You're what now? Do one more? Two more? What do you want to do?
Yeah, we can do one more as a tandem here, and then we'll do a combo one on my dime. So we split it evenly.
Sounds good.
As soon as this last guy picks here. Mike, if you're in the chat, I will do a 5 count for you so that you know on the 5 you can hit it because you're on like a 7-second delay. So
it's not his fault he can't read.
All right. Are we ready?
Yes, sir.
Starting with the 5s this time. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Enter. Fuck. Bruni, I'm already in. It says draft starting soon. So back yourself out, and this will be our conjoined one.
Okay. Leave draft. Got it. Nice job.
Mike Rob, you can wait for the next one. Sorry again. All right, Bruni.
Give him hell, Mike. Give him hell.
We are 4, FYI.
You're 4.
So Nico or Chase, whoever's there.
Yeah, I'm good with that. We can go Nico again if you want to try to get the Stroud stack. I don't love Stroud, though. He's been super inconsistent.
I just like the matchup.
Yeah, no, the matchup's great. Matchup's great. Just don't know if he goes for three tutties.
I think he does.
The yardage also hasn't been there. I mean, meh. Joe Mixon, though, pretty good.
Oh, here we go. Derby Bandit. This is a gentleman from last night. Just joined the FanSpeak fam. Just joined Underdog. Welcome back, big dog. He obviously, you know, in his name, Derby Bandit, does handicap the ponies. But I also saw on his Twitter he's big into hockey, Bruni. So this is your guy. Bruni, also big hockey guy.
That I am. Stayed away from today's slate. Gonna miss out on that because it's a massive slate. Yeah, like Chase here, like Henry.
Whichever one falls, we'll just take that one. So it doesn't really matter here for purposes.
They don't drug test. I wouldn't work there.
Oh, okay. So we have our pick here because that guy went Chimera. Who do you want, Brundog?
Collins is fine if you want to try to build that stack, like I said.
Yeah, and then we'll just take Nico, or we'll take Chase when he comes back.
Totally.
I mean, if it's gonna happen, it might happen here. No badges in between us. Do these guys know what they're doing? Question mark.
Damn, this dude's shouting out that he's the only Mexican that watches hockey. That's fucking legit. As someone that eats tacos like every day, like it's like my lunch every day. Like
if this guy doesn't take Chase, he is absolutely crazy. Okay. JJ, Kyron, Bijan, Cup. How do you want to play this here? I mean, Collins Jefferson feels interesting.
I like Cup more, to be honest.
Really?
I mean, yeah, JJ can break out, but I mean, Cup's been doing it the second that he got back. Look at the target share that he's had the last 3 weeks versus Justin Jefferson.
Okay, all right. If you want to take Cup,
Justin Jefferson, better player, but doesn't have the better quarterback, doesn't have the better scenario. Matchup is pretty even, I feel like. I mean, the Saints have been terrible up against the pass. They're allowing the 7th most fantasy points per game to receivers. The game flow is there because the Rams are allowing the 8th. You know, it can swing positively both ways for both sides of the pass catchers. I say pass catchers because I don't know who's going to play receiver for the Saints this week. If it'll be, you know, MVS, Kamara, Taysom Hill. I don't know who's going to, you know, like I said, I don't know who's going to have the big production there. So Cooper Kupp still had that tutty at the end of that last game. Can't go away. Can't get rid of him. That had to piss so many people off in the small slates. Oh my God. That had to break some brains.
All right. So coming up here, I mean, do we double up on the Kyron Cup thing?
No.
Could take Hurts potentially. And just have like a naked. Oh no, never mind. We want to do the Stroud. Yeah. So we could take McBride. We could take Taysom. We could go down. So I took London.
If you want to do Kyron, I mean, he's a far and away the best running back available. So it's. But I also, I mean, I know that we just did one with 2 running backs, but Mike Evans, we also really like a lot. Those are 3 really good receivers.
Yeah, fuck it, right? Dare to be different.
I mean, that's lock stock. We just got to back it up.
Yeah, I mean, we have a couple options down here. You know, guys that
kind of like Baker a lot more than I like Nick or Stroud, to be honest with you.
Really?
I do.
Okay. I mean, I think that's like, you know, splitting hairs between the two as far as like their matchups are concerned.
No, I think Baker's up here in the statistics for quarterbacks, and Stroud's, he's not at the bottom, but he's like right here.
Okay.
Baker's up here.
If you didn't stop doing our highlight reels, this one might make it in.
We'll see. I was gonna do it this week. Vacation. Gotta chill. I know I've been taking it though.
Do we dare? Do we dare?
I mean, all I know is I don't want it to be my last pick anymore. I don't know if I want to make it right now.
I mean, it's a bring back.
Sure. Duck it. If you're in, I'm in.
Let's do it.
If you're in, I'm in. Like I said, I think his realistic range is 12 to 15 points this week. I don't think he goes over 20, but 12 to 15 from a tight end's pretty fair. That's, you can walk away with a chunk of change.
So here, we'll start at both these guys. And we need a running back. So running backs here. Chase Brown, not a bad option. I know you like Chuba. Don't hate that. Harris, also interesting option. If we want to really be different, Gussie Bussy.
No, I don't think so. That's a bit much.
Oh, Stroud already went. So look at that. You must have texted the rack is back and said, hey, make sure you take Stroud to piss Andrew off, and we're going to take Baker.
Unreal. Well, good thing we took Mike Evans.
That is a good thing we took Mike Evans. You are not wrong. I mean, we could have took Stafford too. Are we the last one? No, we are not the last ones. Who's this guy have? Do you want to push Baker, or should we just lock it up?
Lock it up.
Okay.
Let's see. I think Baker's like the third highest scoring player overall this season.
I don't know about overall.
In one of my leagues he is, but I'm gonna go and make sure. I'm gonna go double check because some of these leagues have some weird scoring.
You just go to Fantasy Pros and just like put in PPR or half PPR, whatever you want to do.
Too much work.
Too much work. So we are going to be coming up here on the old RB that we need. What are your thoughts here? Brown, Hubbard, Ken Walker, Aaron Jones, Najee. How do you want to play this?
I mean, I like the guys I've been talking about. So Hubbard, Pollard. I do like Aaron Jones. Yeah, any of those three would be great. What do you think? Yeah, and second league I looked in, Baker is the third highest scoring player. Lamar, Burrow, Baker, Saquon.
You know what? Here, I'll ride Chubby with you again.
All right. Yeah. I mean,
nice,
he's just getting the volume. Like, where's your boy? No JB.
One game in. Relax.
Come on.
One game.
Stop it. You said he was going to be back 8 weeks ago. Stop it.
Derby says Baker going to throw 3 TDs at least. I mean, I don't disagree. I honestly put him and Stroud together for 3+ touchdowns. If you're a betting person, I like that a lot.
That would be sick. Those have to have really good odds. Yes. Yeah. What did you just do?
Unable to find Slate.
What did you just do?
I did nothing. Okay. Do we want to do one more? Do we want to switch over to give out a few Thanksgiving Day props?
Up to you. I'm good for both. We can kind of do those along the way if you want to.
Okay, let's do one more. We'll do one more draft here. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Counting down from 5 again, Mike. I don't want to piss Mike off here, like Mike. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. 1 more. Draft starting soon.
Mike's in. Nice.
Well done, Mike.
Well done. 5, 6.
Derby, what's your Underdog username?
Damn, I don't think Stroud's in the top 25 for total scoring. Ouch.
Which draft name y'all in? We're in Battle Royales right now. Yeah, the Battle Royale Week 13 slate. He's Hockey Parlay. Man, look at that. Dude's
nice. He's in it.
All in the hockey. I love it.
On goal. Let's go. That's right, eh? Jump in the wagon, you hoser.
Jesus.
Let's go. Let's go.
You sound like Shorzy.
Wearing the shirt, brother. Yeah, if you watch Shorzy. Hello. Let's see. That's number 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44. Number 43 overall. That's 40 spots behind Baker Mayfield. Resume written. Stroud versus Baker.
I mean, I wasn't talking overall. Of course, Baker's been better, but I'm just
I
saying
know.
on the slate.
I know. I was done telling you there's a higher trust level for one player versus the other, Andrew. There's a higher trust threshold that Baker Mayfield has surpassed. And CJ Stroud has not. Make your pick. Always taking up the clock.
I just fucking got
Make
on
your
there.
pick. You just always taking up the clock.
Blow me.
Do you want to make some picks as we go, or is that too much? Is that too much work?
I mean, one I like. I mean, we can go through them now. Some of them,
Yeah.
but I like Sam Laporta's over. It was 34.5. It has moved to 36.5. Still like that over. Sam Laporta. I mean, it's a good way to attack Chicago. Is in the middle of the field, obviously. That's one I like. I also like Gibbs over receiving 19.5. Love that. Monty revenge game, Swift revenge game. Don't mind both of those for anytime touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, I think that game's tough. Obviously you see the running back scoring if they're healthy. But I would probably hold Swift out of the end zone this week. I don't know if I would trust him. I went in that game with Keenan Allen over 49.5 receiving yards. He has 39 targets in the last 4 weeks, and 23 of them have been there since the departure of Shane Waldron. So clearly been a higher priority in the offense. The snaps are relatively even with him and Rome Odunze, but he's still playing more. He is out snapping him behind DJ Moore. And in a game where I do expect the Bears to be playing from behind, I think there's plenty of opportunity. And what we've seen from the offense has been better still. They've been within a field goal of 2 games here, taking the Vikings to overtime with a nice comeback. Like, they were able to rally and get the win. But regardless, the offense showed some sparks the past couple of weeks. And to me, when I heard Thomas Brown, the offensive coordinator, speaking about, hey, we want to get the ball into our playmakers' hands quickly and efficiently, it just rang to me. That just echoed, Allen. I want to get the ball to Keenan Allen. That's been the case since he's taken over. Like I said, 23 targets through just his first 2 games with Thomas Brown, calling plays up in the booth, not on the sideline, kind of taking the politics out of it. Really like him a lot this week. And again, I think he's going to continue to be featured. I think he had 15 targets last week. Not looking at that type of volume in week 13, but do expect him to be very intricate in the offense this week and be of high concentration for them. What do you think about the Giants and the Cowboys? I mean, I think Drew Lock comes in, definitely gives us some life for the props for the receivers. I really like Neighbors and Robinson in this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think Drew Lock, we hit on this last night on the show that we thought that for Neighbors and all the pass catchers purposes, that Drew Lock was probably willing to sling it out there a little bit more than Tommy DeVito is. So I definitely like their numbers a little bit more. I mean, in that game, I like Rico Dowdle and Lamb's over receiving yards.
Okay.
Both of them have gotten enough targets to warrant what their numbers are right now. And on the other side of it, yeah, I mean, I would take Wandale's over Neighbors just because Neighbors is 67.5. Wandale very low, I think it's like 26, something like that. I would definitely take that.
I have Wandale at 34.5 receiving yards. I think when I looked at his receptions, there was a lot of juice there, so I was staying away from the juice. I do like Wandale over the 34.5 yards. That's one of the picks that I do have circled. I also do like Malik Neighbors over 6.5 catches. It is paying plus money. The last 2 receivers to go over 6 catches against the Cowboys, Wan'Dale Robinson and Malik Neighbors. I know that was with Dan Jones, but that doesn't mean they had a competent quarterback by any means. I still think that they're very live in this game, and I expect there to be some points here. I think there's going to be offense from both sides because you look at the defense for the Cowboys, they've allowed 803 receiving yards in the last 2 weeks. Like, that's a ridiculous amount. And that's with Micah Parsons coming back. So you can't really sit here and say like, oh yeah, there's a ton of upside, with him there. Like, oh, the defense is going to be better. It's not the case.
Yeah, and I like Dowdle, Lamb, Schoonmaker, and Tracy all for touchdowns in this game. I like all of them personally. Okay. Yeah, I think the total is going to surprise people. It's low, but both these teams' defenses are not very good.
No, I agree with you. I'm really tough to pick a winner here because I love Drew Lock. I love swag season, but it's still a backup quarterback. Both sides have poor defenses. I think that both sides you could actually, they could stop the run potentially, and things could lean heavier on the pass. But really tough to say. I guess I would lean Dallas, even though they've just been playing so poorly at home. I think I would just lean them because they played a little bit better in their last game. They showed us a little bit more life. And I love Drew Lock, but coming off the bench, hasn't been playing with the guys all year. I don't know. I don't know if it's enough.
What about the last game, the Packers and the Dolphins? Where are you at with any of that stuff?
I think you guys hit on it yesterday about the Dolphins not being able to play in cold weather. I am attacking Devon Achane with that. I'm going to go alt yards, 100 plus all purpose yards, and that's paying plus 125. He's hit it in 6 games played. So there's upside really in any game for him to hit it. But in a particular matchup where I think they're going to need to run the ball more and to use him more to stay in the game, to keep pace and keep some drives alive, I see him being using the passing offense and still getting his regular workload in the run game. So Devon Achane, it's plus 100 all-purpose yards, paying plus 125.
Okay. Do not mind that. I like Jonnu's over. Jonnu to score a touchdown.
Sure.
He's just been on a tear.
Mm-hmm.
So I do like that a whole lot. Rushing wise, I would take Josh Jacobs under 71.5 rushing yards.
Interesting.
Dolphins up front, not as bad as everyone may think they are.
Mm-hmm.
I like his under. I think that the Packers are going to come out and pass the ball a little bit more. So with that said, I like taking whichever one you like better, Watson or Wicks. I would take one of their overs. I like them both. I don't want to play both of them, so I'm gonna hone down and probably pick one.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like both their overs. So whichever one anyone wants to take there. As far as touchdowns are concerned in this game, I do like Achane for a touchdown as well. But I like taking a shot on Kraft or Watson. They're kind of the guys like Watson on a big play, Kraft when they get around the end zone. So for me, it's one of those guys as far as touchdowns are concerned. I do also like Jordan Love completions. His pass completions is 20.5. Like I said, I think they're going to throw the ball here. So I do like his completions.
You had mentioned the total for the Cowboys and the Giants. 37.5 is an easy number. I had the over there written down.
Yep.
So I don't know if you're going to take that up to like any type of like higher alt number.
Probably not. I'd probably just play it. I mean, it's almost even money right now for the over. That's fine for me. But yeah, I do like that over.
Yeah, and then another overall pick, just have Packers -3. Just take back the half point. Maybe plug in one of those solid picks Andrew just gave you there, or if you like the Achane pick, plug away. But I'd still like the Packers -3 in this one. Something is funky about the half point. Push comes to shove, I'll take 3.5. I'll probably even take 4. Maybe we just don't even need to be worried about the 3.5. What do you think? I like 3 feels safer in my head, but maybe I'm just getting played here for a little juice. Pouring some juice out.
Man, it's tough. I'd probably just play the money line, to be honest.
It's like -176. I feel like you're getting pretty close odds to -3 there anyways.
Yeah, kind of.
Because like 3.5 is going to be, well, you can't even get that. You'd have to get 2.5.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what book. I think there's some books that you can move it at half a point if you want to.
Okay.
I mean, as far as me, like I'd like to take. If we're looking at spread picks, I like the Lions -9.5.
Take it back.
Just
take it back.
I do. I like the Lions -9.5.
Sure you do.
Obviously, I'm on the Cowboys money line, and then I do like the Packers -3. You can get it some places at 3 yet, but it's 3.5 on FanDuel right now.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I've been seeing is 3.5. That's all I had. I mean, obviously the Chiefs are going to whip the dog shit out of the Raiders. I'll take a Kelsey anytime TD, a Hopkins anytime TD. I don't know why Hopkins' yardage is still so low. I didn't hit it last week, so I'm staying away.
Yeah, Chiefs -12.5. I will take that. I like Kelsey's over 51.5. Kelsey for a touchdown for sure. Just looking through some of these here. What's the? Oh yeah, they don't have rushing props out right now for it. I mean, hey, Patty Mahomes. I would do like over 225, 3 passing touchdowns. Kelsey to get 1. I like that. I think I think Mahomes is going to be awoken, and I think we're going to start seeing him actually get
Noah
more
Gray's
passing.
not scoring 2 touchdowns this week. What?
Dude, I fucking hope not.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, I had a
Wild.
ticket burned down because of Kelsey last week not scoring the end zone or not finding the end zone. That was tough.
Yeah.
Trying to think of anything else. I mean, any of those guys like Xavier Worthy. Like, I mean, you could even throw in some small options for some first TD picks there. You know, Pacheco and Hunt, they have the juice, but this is a matchup where again they're just going to play with their food. I do like Aiden O'Connell and his under passing yards. He hit the over at this number.
215.5.
Yeah, I'll take the under there. Give me 189 to 205, somewhere in that range.
Yeah,
I think the secondary is just going to be too much for a guy like him coming off the bench. The team's depleted. They're running out Amir Abdullah. You know what I mean? Like, it's fun if you can pull it off in fantasy and someone like that finds the end zone, but expecting on it to happen in back-to-back weeks up against one of the better defenses in the NFL, tough.
Yeah. Some fun, parlays that I did have put together for the Thanksgiving Day slate tomorrow. Defense, all defense touchdown here. Detroit, Dallas, and Green Bay, 476 to 1 for their defenses to score a touchdown.
Interesting.
Just saying, putting that out there.
Dollar?
Fun little one. I put 250 on it to win 1,194. Yeah, I need about 250.
I need about 250.
Another fun one that I did a all tight end touchdown. So for every single game, every single tight end. So that would be Kraft, Jonnu, Schoonmaker, and Theo Johnson, Komet and Laporta. 250 pays $8,654.
The Theo Johnson one's the only.
Hey, you never know. Zach Ertz did just score a touchdown. If you prefer running backs, I did an all running back. DeAndre Swift, David Montgomery, Dowdle, Tracy, Jacobs, and Achane all to score. That pays you 56 to 1.
Interesting, no Gibbs there.
No, I went the revenge narrative. Swift Monty.
Yeah, Monty's a little beat up though. On a short week.
It's okay.
All right.
And then I have done anti-correlation bet. Amon-Ra over 69.5. Amon-Ra under 6.5 catches. Dowdle over 25 and under 2.5. That pays you 129 to 1. Let's see. I've done an all. I did Malik Neighbors, CD, Amon-Ra and Adunze and Jaden Reed, Jonnu, all touchdowns. 250 pays 1,166. I've done a bunch of anytime touchdowns. I have a bunch more. If
Boosts are gone, they gone.
I did Gibbs, Roshan, Luke Schoonmaker, Theo Johnson, Josh Jacobs, Jonnu. That is 668 to 1. Just I like to party while I have a Thanksgiving feast.
Right on. No, that's what you need to get through those things is football.
That's right.
It's football. That's why I could never stand Christmas because I was always forced to watch like the Lakers play or something like that.
Yes. Okay. Anything else, my brother?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Appreciate everyone being in here as always. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the network, share with your family, friends, postal worker, hairdresser, barber, butcher, doesn't matter. Anywhere you go, share us. We greatly appreciate every single one of you. It does help out the network. We hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving tomorrow. Feast until your bellies hurt. Watch football until your eyes hurt. Cash those bets. Win your underdog slates. Until next time, you'll see Bruni and I Friday night for DGen Dads.
Don't fight anybody for any Xboxes or PS5s, okay? That's a different type of degenerate. All right.
All right. Send us out, big dog.
Take care. Be well. Be good. If you can't be good at it. We'll see you guys. Take care.